Cowboys, they snapped their 4-game losing streak Sunday with an upset over the Vikings. But it turns out they had an interesting way to get motivated. Before the game, Mike McCarthy took a page from 80s prop comic Gallagher and along with some players, smashed watermelons with a sledgehammer. It seemed to work because Dallas is now 3-7 and in a three-way tie for second place in the NFC East. So, Marcellus, I had to be educated on comic Gallagher. Oh, yeah, no idea. I guess I'm showing my age. Maybe you can educate me on, do you expect the Cowboys to build off their win over the Vikings?
Yes, I expect them to continue to build, continue to chop wood and smash watermelons all around. As I continue to educate Emmanuel Acho from Dallas, Texas, about his team, the Dallas Cowboys. Can you just talk to America quickly about your flip-flop, about your bowl of crow that you've been eating for breakfast this entire week with Zeke Spoon? Feed me. Can you talk to America real quick?
Sir, there is no bowl of crow that I've been eating. This is what happened, Marcellus.
A lot of hand talking.
In October, I said that the Cowboys would be better with Andy Dalton over Dak. Andy Dalton lost to the Cardinals. I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not so arrogant that I'm going to stay stuck in my lost ways.
Anti-arrogance.
I'm not arrogant. So then I said I apologize. But then, Marcellus, what happened? Delayed gratification. Andy Dalton showed me who he was. He showed you who you knew he was. And Andy Dalton and the Cowboys have continued to roll. That to me does not sound like eating crow. It sounds like eating humble. Whoa, that sounds like eating humbleness.
Yeah, one thing human beings are great at, justification. No matter what the issue is, no matter what the actions are, there's a story that always makes you feel good. You're the star in your own movie in your head. I get it, Acho. But over here on this set, I've been correct about these Cowboys and this momentum is building because they're trying to get the last laugh. What's the last laugh in the NFC least? Actually win this sorry division with 6 wins. 7 wins is a guarantee you're going to win this division. 6 you may skate by, and I can see the Cowboys doing that. They have the second easiest remaining schedule. Only one winning record left, and that's Baltimore, which being real, kind of fading a little up and down here and there. We saw that Patriots game. So when you let Zeke eat from the same bowl of crow that you're eating from, you let Zeke eat. All of a sudden, you see Zeke finally get 100 yards. This is a team that needs to feed Zeke. And I've had my issues with Zeke, trust me. But when he has 20 or more carries this year, amazing. They're 2-1 with Zeke this year. If he gets 20-plus carries, have a 73 win percentage all time with Zeke getting 20-plus carries. So in my first lap, I'm just looking at a team that's coming together. In this project of creating a team and team building exercise, I'm starting to see the offensive line gel together. Despite them having all the injuries and the shifting carousel of players, only allowed 1 sack last week. And they had allowed 12 sacks over the previous 3 games combined. I'm starting to see it. Zeke is eating. Zeke is getting fed. Andy Dalton goes out there, launches 3 touchdowns. All of this coming together. As I told you, Acho, thank you for listening. Thank you for eating.
Don't thank me for something that I'm not doing. You're welcome. Whatever you want, bro. I think the Cowboys can build off of this, but I do not expect them to. So many reasons. Let's talk about what the Cowboys did well. They threw the ball incredibly efficiently. Andy Dalton, 22 for 32, 3 touchdown passes. He played a very clean game outside of that 1 interception that he threw. But who was he playing? The 26th ranked pass defense. Remember, Marcellus, you have to quantify accomplishments by who you accomplished it against. That's where we are in the season. 26th ranked pass defense, that was a Minnesota Viking. The Cowboys, they did a pretty good job protecting Andy Dalton. But where do the Vikings rank in sacks? 19th overall. Again,
can you spray his hair?
Quantify your accomplishments by who you accomplished.
Can you spray his dry ass hair with something?
So now when I look at the Washington football
team, he about to take a shower?
They rank 3rd in sacks. To the Vikings 19. They rank 1st in pass defense to the Vikings 26. I cannot be convinced that Andy Dalton will have the same performance. Why? Because against the Cardinals, slightly better than the Vikings, but not as good as Washington in pass defense.
Was you not just in the kitchen?
34 for 54, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Marcellus, I'm not a huge
I'm talking to your mama.
I didn't grow up on a ton of hip-hop, but I do remember one song. The real
he said something to you over there. Yes, he did. No, he said something over there.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
Fuck you up, man.
Andy Dalton, are you the one touchdown touchdown, 2 interception guy that came up against the Arizona Cardinals? Are you the 3 touchdown, 1 interception quarterback that was playing against the Minnesota Vikings? I just
They
have
wanted
one
to clean the
question
corona
for
off.
the real Andy Dalton. Please stand up.
Yeah, you can go right
I
next
don't
to
know
him.
how high he needs to stand and how much he needs to
CJ?
touch when he could just extend
What you
his
doing?
hand out to Zeke. Why stand up so much? Zeke.
Make your son a brother. I mean, make your brother a plate.
Talk about this defense that's going to actually balance out this passing attack, this offensive attack.
What?
With a defense that I told you.
No, Mickey, you go.
No, go, nigga.
Like I was in a
Tell me no.
Now all of a sudden
Yes.
you're starting to see the
Okay.
numbers come in those last 3 games.
You ain't gotta do it. He gonna do it.
Rushing yards.
You have to do it. Body. You think I care about him?
I mean, drastically much better on the defense.
Where did you get that from?
This team looks like in terms of
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this one here is a touchback and able to get things at the 25.
31 points on Sunday. When they had scored 31 points in the 3 previous games combined, all of a sudden, bam, they nail it in. You can call it corny. They're over there taking sledgehammers to running. You can call it corny, whatever Mike McCarthy does in terms of messaging and cultivating this team's confidence. McCarthy the night before in the Super Bowl playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers when he was the Green Bay Packers coach, told every player, put your fingers out, put your ring fingers out, let's size them up. Why we size them up, coach? Because tomorrow, baby, we're going to get our rings. And they went out there and handled business. To me, the same parallel that you can't Google about Gallagher is the same thing I know about intel about this team. They are getting the proper messages from their Super Bowl champion coach, Mike McCarthy.
First off, most players don't wear rings on their ring finger, so that's not wise. We wear wedding rings, not Super Bowl rings. Well, I ain't got one. All I know. Back to back. All I know. Where your priority ring at? I would hope that the priority is I'm your significant other. Okay, now we in the league though too. Now look, big dog. The other reason I am very concerned, and I do not think that the Cowboys win. I'm not convinced that they'll build off the win. I know they can. I'm not convinced that they will. Is because the statistics that you're showing me a little bit of selection bias. Oh, the selection bias. What does that mean? It's when analysis is not in a proper randomization, so it doesn't actually achieve the statistics you're trying to show. You told me that Zeke and the Cowboys, they are 2-1 when Zeke carries the ball more than 20 times. How come you only have a 3-game sample when the Cowboys have played 10, 11 games? Oh, because Zeke can't carry the ball 20 times because he doesn't do much with the ball when he does carry it. Zeke is fifth in the NFL in rushing attempts. That means only 4 players run the ball more often than Zeke. But Zeke is 36th in the NFL in yards per attempt. That means 35 players run the ball more effectively than Zeke. Marcellus, if you want to sit here and say, okay, Zeke, you did it. Hip, hip, hooray. But I can't trust that you will do it again. But now let's get into the nuances of the game. Because if I was up here with, some average Joe, who didn't play in the league, then I wouldn't be able to go here. But I would go there with you. It's a short week. On a short week, if you play, because I had to play on Thanksgiving back-to-back weeks. You also obviously did. On a short week, you play on Sunday. But if you got to play on Thursday, on Monday, you don't have off. You're walking through. Tuesday, it's another walkthrough. Wednesday, you're traveling. If you have to play on the road, or if you're in Dallas, walk through early, and then you kill it. Yeah. So what does that mean, Marcellus? You don't have time to digest the last win. Typically, when you win 24 hours, celebrate it, mourn it, put it behind you. But now, if you're the Cowboys and you celebrate for your 24 hours, you just missed 24% of the game. Marcellus, what is the biggest issue with the Dallas Cowboys? It's not talent. It's ego and work ethic. We know that. The biggest issue is not talent for the Cowboys. Zeke came out here and said, this is the most talented team we've ever had. But what happened? Xavier Woods. You can't expect us to run to the ball. That's what Xavier Woods said. He told truth, though. He did. He told too much. What else happened? Jalen Smith not running to the ball on every play. The issue with the Cowboys is about ego. It's never been about talent. So you telling me you just have the biggest win of the season, and you don't think that's going to play a factor on a short week? Dive into the details, Marcellus. Don't be a lazy analyst. You get paid too much. I seen your checks.
Can't argue that last point. I get paid handsomely, damn it, to look this ugly. Here's the thing. I don't know about all this celebration that you're talking about. Maybe you're projecting because you don't supposed to celebrate in a pandemic. Rush your Madre. Did I say that out loud? Do I get texts from Pacho in them streets? No, I got satellites all around. As soon as you land in LAX, I know what's cracking on me. And then you out there in these streets celebrating. What are you celebrating? A good show? What the hell are you doing? But now the Cowboys gotta celebrate the big Minnesota win. That's not how they play this game. Their issue is not just ego. It's not just work ethic. It's, we don't have our starting quarterback. Who else is out there saying we're killing it without our starting quarterback? Like, that's a part of the struggle, if not a grand part of the struggle. I look at the Cowboys simply as this. This is a team that has taken all the punches, not only internally, externally from their opponents, but the fans and the media. I play for the Cowboys. You live in Dallas. You get it. It's heavier out there. The grandness of just being a Cowboy with the star on your helmet.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on third down, Watson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. Now Brown, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10.
Watson's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Buffalo.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now this time, Allen will throw. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The kick by Marr is good. The Bills are going to tie the game at 3. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they do.
And that'll be taken by Andrews for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Bills 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is good.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. 34-yard line.
I didn't have my door.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, that's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
1st and 10 at the
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. This offense hoping to change that right here. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're like,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, he just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Marr able to put this one through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Watson. Throw left side complete. It's 4. And he'll head out of bounds goes inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
Now Watson. Open man is Duvernay. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to go for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Sliding out of the pocket. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They got 29 yards that time.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
To number 86.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. Look at the big man rumble. The 30. Past the 20. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
13.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball, let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner, and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw is Watson on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A 53-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, when you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Gets this one to Hill. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
They'll get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Anthony Ingram picks it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They'll try the left side. It's Gross, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His pass became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Ain't here like I
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.